Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this, the third Link for Growth National News Show for 2016. If my sound is a little bit dodgy today, please do not adjust your set. This is me recovering from a rather poor cold. If you just hang on a second. If my set is a little bit dodgy today, please do not adjust your set. This is me recovering from a rather and upon and apologies for that slight faux pas there as I left another computer on. So anyhow, welcome to this, the third news show for 2016. Last month I focused on the four different sectors of Link for Growth and what we were actually powering forward with, and they were community building, education, Link for Business, and TV, the L4G TV platform. So what I want to do this month is give you a quick update on what's going on with those. Going to try and get through this today pretty quickly. I know I say that every month, but you won't want to listen to this croaky voice for too long, I'm sure. So let me just talk about, first of all, what's happening with the community. Of course, that's looked after by Nikki Pepper. Link for Business, we appointed Simon Cox. I'm taking care of the education and skills area for a little while, and then the TV area, we're kind of working together and collaborating on giving that the attention it deserves. So what's happened so far in community building in the past month? Well, we've appointed Tim Holmes in the West Midlands to look after a variety of events up there. There's 3 events currently running in that area, and he's taking care of those. Things are being adjusted for him at the moment to get that done. We've had Andrea McGuinness up in Scotland, in Glasgow. You remember last month I mentioned that was going to be getting underway. We had a fabulous launch up there. I think it was the 24th of March, and amazing building, and what a great event. Nearly 30 people there in the amazing setting, which is Moore Park House up there, hotel. a really good evening, and so much so that actually there are inquiries from the other side of Glasgow now, and Edinburgh, and of Dundee as well. So we're looking to grow things fairly quickly up there in Scotland. They are ready for change up there, which is great. Michelle Winter is the person that I'm talking to at the moment we're talking to at the moment, Nikki and I, in Edinburgh. So that should be really interesting. And we've also, I mentioned her before, Gail Joubert is looking after things down in Surrey and Hants for us. And we've got a meeting there week Monday. That's the regular event there. But look out for some exciting developments down there in that neck of the woods. Excuse me. If you're anywhere near Leeds next Tuesday, 5th of April, please do get yourself along to the launch of Link for Coffee in Central Leeds. Currently 65 people booked into that event. Lee Beardshaw doing an amazing job up there at getting people to book in for that. I'm going to be there myself, going to be sharing what Link for Growth is about. Hopefully my voice will have improved by then, and it's going to be an exciting thing. 4 people booking people in. Just it's going to be amazing. Second only, I think, in size to the conference we had earlier in the year where we had 100 people. So if you're listening, Lee, and you want to beat that, get your skates on. Only another 35 to go, but yeah, going to be fab up there. So I also want to mention very briefly the Coffee Shop Union. Now, this is something that I mentioned last month, and I'm going to mention it again this month because we launched it in the middle of March at the Link for Drinks in Watford. And the purpose of the Coffee Shop Union, and all the unions, I'm going to be talking about the other unions a bit later on, is to recognise that actually these coffee shops, these independent coffee shops, have the potential to bring together community in a way that we haven't hitherto, since the demise of pubs, really been able to do so. And healthy living and people moving away from drinking, and all sorts of things going on out there, and the whole change in society. We have an opportunity here because these brave coffee shop owners have taken on premises. They're getting people in there, but we can make the most of these premises by offering other community type events in their locations, and getting people to go in there at other times of the day and make use of the facilities. So these are becoming almost like the community centres of old, and there's a fantastic opportunity here to work with these coffee shop owners to really start to deliver much of the connection that we need in community. So I'm very, very excited about the Coffee Shop Union. We've got some people coming on board down here in Southwest Herts, but we really do want to make that take that out there amongst the rest of the Link for Growth community nationwide. So watch out for that, get involved, and if you know any local coffee shop owners, do get them to look up the Facebook page, look up the Facebook group, get involved, find out what it's all about, and they can start doing stuff in their area as well. Last thing I want to say, the leadership program is back. The Link for Growth leadership program. We've had 30 people go through this program now. If you're interested in leadership in any shape or form, and you want to learn how to lead, and you want to be practicing your leadership, Link for Growth has got a variety of ways you can do that. Get yourself on the leadership program. It's not expensive. Get yourself on there. It's 6 weeks of an hour. At the end of it, you'll be ready to rock and roll and decide how you want to lead. I'm going to be doing the next session, maximum of 6 people, starts on the 11th of April, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon until 2, so, and 6 consecutive sessions. So if you're interested in that, do get in touch. Excuse me. Right, let's move on to Link for Business. Right now, Simon Cox, as you know, is leading this, and he's about to bring in something called the Business Leaders Growth Acceleration Program. Now, that might be news to him, but we talked about it. We just haven't given it a name, or GAP for short. And it's working with the business leaders to essentially quickly expand Link for Business and reach out to as many of those 6.7 million micro businesses that Link for Business has been set up to take care of, is to reach out to as many of those people as fast as possible. And in order to do that, of course, we need to be sharing the way, examples of how we can do that, both online and offline, and getting those business leaders absolutely rocking fast. That's the key. Now, one of those tools are the unions. Now, I've already mentioned the Coffee Shop Union, but we've got the Marketing Union coming in April. And the Marketing Union is anybody that's involved in marketing work. That could be a copywriter, graphic designer, web developer, SEO person, photographer, videographer, printer, promotional merchandiser, journalist, someone involved in marketing, like a marketing consultant, or anybody involved in media. All these people are involved in helping people to get their message out there. So that's marketing, all right? So we've got this bubbling in the background at the moment. We're just getting some artwork done. Marketing Union is coming soon. So if you're interested in that, please do get in touch as well. What we're really doing here is redefining the word union for the 21st century. Now, union historically was about sticking up for workers' rights, getting people a fair day's pay for a fair day's work, proper health and safety, all the stuff that we've got in place for working for big companies. But we've got 6.7 million people here with 5 or less employees. What's happening with them? You know, there's no working together, no collaboration. There's no union for those people. So The union that we're talking about is not trying to protect workers' rights. It's a different type of union. It's about bringing people together so they can achieve far more together than they can on their own. And the sorts of things that a union's going to bring to people is they're going to have networking built into this union. So as part of that, they can go and be included in all sorts of networking activities so they can raise their profile. Built in to the union is a support infrastructure for nurturing and supporting these people, which is through Link for Business and through Link for Growth. It's just built in, it's part of it, okay? They're going to be mixing with like-minded people like them in business, struggling, trying to make ends meet, people who understand the issues and the challenges. They're going to be mixing with people who have got complementary businesses, people who are doing something that's related to what they're doing. So there's more chance of them getting work as a result of it. And they're going to be taught and shown and be part of using technology. So their ability to use modern technology in an effective way for what they're doing in collaboration with other people is going to go through the roof. And it's available both locally, regionally, and nationally. So being part of a union is really going to be important, but not in a traditional sense. You've got to think outside the box with this one. So that's really exciting too. And we've got other unions coming too, the professions, health and wellness, hospitality, and others. So if you're interested in this type of thing, you're interested in these unions, please do get in touch because we're on the march with this. Right. Link for Skills. It's been a busy month. As I said last month, I was going to be looking after this for 3 months. So just been getting my feet under the table, really, sorting a few bits and pieces out. But people now coming through to talk to me about workshops and stuff like that. We've got a new flyer that's in the process of being designed. And that's going to be available at all events, because one of the problems we have is we're not sharing this information with other people very well. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be reaching out into the community to find out what education and training people need. It's all very well putting on your education, but if people don't want the education, then no one's going to buy it. So what do you need? What is it that you're looking for, so that we can start to create those kinds of workshops that people want to consume? And we're going to have a much wider range of workshops. So we've been talking to people about doing art and craft types workshops, decorating cakes, for example. Some fantastic workshops out there that are going to be coming along, and all sorts of other ones on business, developing yourself, personal development, stuff like that. Loads coming. And also, as we roll out the new district infrastructure, because Link for Growth has grown to an extent now that we need to create an infrastructure for the districts so that the districts can get themselves organised in a proper way. And of course, along with that comes the capability for people to participate and join in. Remember time tithing, I'll remind you about that at the end. But of course, with those time tithing is a role, which is something that needs to be done. So it needs a job, not a job description, but what it needs, what's the description of the activity, and some training to go along with it. So all of that is definitely on the way, which is great news. So Link for Skills looking very exciting. Right, now some other news. This month, I created a thing called Link for Growth Chat, which is a community on Google+. Now, a lot of people say to me, we've got a lot of these communities, Chris, going on. Are there not just too many of these? And it's interesting, because at this stage, when we are about to go and expand the organization, yes, it looks like there's loads, but they're all necessary. They all do a slightly different job. And consequently, the Link for Growth Chat, let me just explain to you exactly what it is. It's essentially a running commentary of things as they progress in Link for Growth. So for example, myself and Simon talked to Tony Robinson, OBE, who works with Enterprising Rockers, and they do a thing called Micro Business Matters, which is a massive initiative once a year to basically raise the awareness of micro businesses. Now, we went and talked, we spoke to him on a Hangout or Skype, as it was for this particular occasion. And, it's a place that we can update you with that kind of conversation, because those kinds of conversations might stimulate other kinds of conversations, and people need to know. So the chat is about not only what's going on with Link for Growth, an example of that, Also, when we publish the TV platform, which I'll talk about in a minute, you know, there's a place for you to go. There's a link there. You can have a look around. It is open. It's open for anybody on the internet to search for, because this information is not secret. We've got other closed groups elsewhere. This is for people to find out what's going on and for us to publish what's going on so more people can find out what's happening within Link for Growth. And if you've joined it, which is very, very simple, I've put the link in the subscribers community on Facebook. It's also elsewhere. If you just ask to join, then you can comment and you'll be notified when new things are posted. So quite useful thing to belong to. I'm now going to talk about L4G.TV briefly. We had a little bit of a stumbled start, so I'm just going to rattle this off. Nearly finished now. Okay, so L4G.TV, type that in. It will take you to our new TV platform. Now, go and have a look at it. This is it's being populated mainly at the moment from the Southwest Hearts community, because that's where I am. That's where most of the videos are being made. However, it's both local, it's regional, and it's national. So we've got 80 districts around the UK, and videos can be fed into this main platform from any of the districts. So what videos are we putting in there? Right, any videos. Right, there are people out there, and I've met a few this week, making videos in the local community. They're making videos for local businesses, local charities. They're covering events. We even had one guy locally videoed and compressed his video into a time lapse of them changing a underground bridge. The underground goes overground, bizarre, I know, but anyway, it does. And they were changing the bridge in Rickmansworth. So it can be anything that's maybe interesting to the community. Get those videos, find somebody in your community that might be interested in publicizing videos that either they're making or that they're sharing, that other people are making, or is just interested in video in general. And we can start to code those up with keywords and make sure that they go into the district YouTube playlists in the appropriate category, and they'll then automatically get fed through into I'm having a bit of a technology faux pas this afternoon, so they'll get automatically fed through into the national L4G.TV YouTube platform there. So this is the first time that the community, you, me, everyone in the country has got an opportunity to put video into a location sensitive infrastructure so that it can be delivered and people can watch it because it's relevant to where they live. It's really quite exciting, and it's our platform. It's our TV platform that we can do what we like with. So do get involved if you're interested in doing stuff with video. And as I say, let's go make the news. It's our chance here. And we're going to be running some training on how to get more involved in that and everything else. So if you are excited about that, do talk to your district leader, your business leader, and let's start to get much more done. So there's loads going on, right? There's loads going on out there. There's so much going on. The people that are involved in Link for Growth are under real pressure because there's so much going on. There's nice pressure, but there's so much going on. It's very difficult to get it all done. We do need more people involved. So if you've heard anything today that you fancy getting involved in, you want to step up, participate a bit more, then please do. There's something for everyone in Link for Growth. 15 minutes a week, an hour a week. Doing what you love doing for as long as you want to do it at a time that suits you. This is different to volunteering. This is making a contribution to society, and it is so easy. We're making it easy. No bureaucracy. Just get involved. Please do. Let's try and introduce one new person each in April 2016. How about that? One more person who can step up and help us out, or even just come along to an event. How about that? Right, let's go make it happen. Thank you for watching this rather croaky and tech riddled with problems show, but I hope you've got something out of it, and I will see you hopefully much more lively next month in May. Thank you very much, and enjoy the start of spring. Thank you very much, and goodbye for now.